Do we believe in intermediaries? Not in the aspect of prayer. Many people ask this question. Many people came from Catholicism and they're like very nervous about the idea of intermediaries in Islam. There are no intermediaries in Islam when it comes to you addressing God. But in the process of drawing near to Allah, there are intermediaries, of course. If I stand in the night and I say, Ya Allah, my words are an intermediary. All right, where am I going to do it? In the mosque is best, right? Or I'm going to go to Mecca. Well, you could pray anywhere. But if I want my prayer to be more likely to be answered, I'll go to the masjid. The masjid, that becomes an intermediary. It's not an intermediary between me and Allah. It's an intermediary to Allah, to spiritual development. When we say to Allah, meaning to knowing Him, to drawing near to Him, to being loved by Him, and to loving Him, and to being close to Him. That's the meaning of getting close to God. So that's what we call al-wasa'il. وَابْتَغُوا إِلَيْهِ الْوَسِيلَةِ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, seek the means unto Him. If I give charity, that's a means. But what we say there is no intermediary on, there's nobody that I need to get through to pray to before I pray to Allah. Are there people that I have to please so that Allah is pleased with me? The answer is yes, of course. Your parents. You can't go to paradise having displeased your parents. There's going to be some purification first, from punishment first for that. No doubt about that. Can I go to paradise without believing in the Prophet? Of course not. Satan was not acceptable to God until he submitted to the Prophet, Adam, and he never did. But who established that? God established it. That's the difference. A priest and a scholar cannot establish it. No one can come to us today and say, this scholar here, you have to believe in him and love him. This priest, this monk, this wizard, this mystic, you have to go to God through him. Nobody could ever say that. You can only say that about a prophet. That's the difference between intermediaries and means to Allah. Is there ever a concept of praying to anybody to make your path faster to Allah? No, there's no concept of praying to someone to make your prayer more likely to be accepted or fast track your prayer. The moment something enters your heart, Allah already knows it. Your prayer is now to humble yourself. You utter it to humble yourself and to strengthen yourself, your faith. But there is a concept that there are people closer to Allah than us in our estimation. And we may ask them to pray for us. If you see, for example, your mother on her deathbed, who is closer to, at this moment of time, you feel is closer to Allah? You or her? Firstly, it's your mom. That's number one. Number two, she's on her deathbed. Anyone on their deathbed seems very close to God because they have no more worldly interests anymore. How about somebody, you're somebody who drinks. You commit all sorts of sins. But you see a man who's giving charity, who's making pilgrimage, who memorized the Quran, who has a white beard. That means he's old, he's a veteran, he's been at this. Who do you think is more likely his prayer to be answered? We're not saying for sure. We're saying more likely. Common sense would say, he's better than me. We're saying speculation. We think. So I say, I got a big job interview. Sheikh, pray for me. You do so many good deeds. All day and night you're doing good deeds. You're so old you don't even have any desires anymore. And you're out of the world of fitna. Right? You're a made man. You have all the money you need, so you don't care about money anymore. Your mind is clear. Your heart is clear. You're in Mecca every year making Umrah. Pray for me. How about somebody right now in a hospital in Gaza? Is his prayer not better than our prayer? In our estimation right now, and Allah knows best. So we do have a concept that others can pray for us. That will be a stronger prayer than mine. Or it could be one of our friends. But he's going to Hajj and I'm staying home. He's going to be in Mecca praying in the middle of the night. So because of the virtue of Mecca and the middle of the night, that's better. So we do have those beliefs, but we have no belief of fast tracking yourself by praying to another God. That would be idolatry and shirk.